Good morning. Day 38 of hiking the Appalachian Trail in 100 days. Pretty good morning so far today. And in this video, I'm gonna walk through everything I eat in a day hiking the trail. I'm gonna make sure to distinguish between basically items that I essentially packed or were in my pack, and then items that are sort of extras like trail magic or something that I bought along the way. So recorded a little clip of my breakfast, which I'll show now.
So the first thing I eat for the day is some ramen, just one packet of ramen, and then I got some homemade deer jerky here that I made before the trip, and I just snack on that a little bit, have a few pieces while I'm eating the ramen.
And just a few miles in, found a little bit of trail magic, so I'll show that as well.
Got some trail magic here, compliments of Cinderella, who is probably a thru hiker in 2022, I think that means. So just got a Coke here, not normally, or not typically something I have, but if it's there, then I will partake for sure.
And I think at the end of the day, I'm gonna try to calculate the calories of everything I ate. I believe my plan, of stuff I packed was around 4,000 calories a day. So we should definitely be at 4,000 calories and probably above that. So hopefully this is interesting and gives some insight into what I personally eat on the trail every day. So usually my dad, who packs all my boxes of food and ships them out, usually he adds some little candies to the box. So it's about an hour and a half into the hike today, and that's when I usually have one of the little candies if I have some. So today it's just right now just this little pack of Haribo gummy bears, just something to snack on a little bit. So we're gonna eat those and keep going. The terrain today, for the most part, has been fairly flattish and smoothish and fairly easy. And this boardwalk I'm on now is supposedly almost a mile long. So that'll be a very smooth mile. And crossing this neat wooden and cable bridge over a little creek here. So that's interesting. Not really seen a bridge quite like this before. 3 hours of hiking so far today, and that's when I typically have my first more significant snack, which is a peanut butter pepperoni tortilla here. Now, you might think that sounds ridiculous, but let me explain. When I first started out, my plan was I would have a tortilla with about 2 servings of peanut butter, which is like 4 tablespoons a day. And then I would have a tortilla with 2 servings of pepperoni, which is about 30 slices or pieces of pepperoni. But the issue was the peanut butter tortilla was just not fun to eat at all. It was like super sticky and dry from all the peanut butter and the dry tortilla, and it would take me like 20 minutes to like choke that thing down. So after a few days, got the idea of combining the peanut butter and pepperoni into 2 peanut butter pepperoni tortillas. So I ate 2 of the same thing throughout the day, and each one has 1 serving of peanut butter and 1 serving of pepperoni, and it's much easier to eat, much more enjoyable, and still gets me the same number of calories. So that's why I do it. Maybe it sounds ridiculous, but it works for me. So at the end of the day, that's really all that I care about. And I will typically prep the tortillas the night before while I'm making dinner and eating dinner, and then put them in a Ziploc bag, and that way I can just reach in the side of the pack while I'm hiking and grab one of those out without having to stop or anything, which is super convenient. Super flat, smooth, easy section of trail here, going around the edge of this wetland wildlife preserve area. It's been 4.5 hours of hiking, so time for another little snack, just another little candy. Got the Airheads, so gonna eat that, and then around the 6-hour mark I usually have another snack and take a little break. But I think right around then I'm gonna be getting close to town, so I'm probably gonna head into town and get some food there instead. Probably about an hour ago, I did see another bear actually. This one was, I guess, a lot less exciting than before because it was a lot further away, and I heard it before I saw it, so I just heard it and it seemed like a kind of loud noise, so I looked over in that direction and basically just saw its butt kind of running away, and I only really saw it for a few seconds. But a guy at the shelter last night was telling me he's seen a bunch of bears in New Jersey, and I think yesterday he had an interesting encounter where he was like between a mama and her cubs basically, and he said it was a little scary for a second, so he was making a bunch of noise and backing up and got out of there. But maybe we'll see some more bears in New Jersey, who knows. Some more trail magic at someone's house. They just had some cold drinks in the fridge, which is awesome, and had a Coke again, and some good conversation with some thru hikers and with the owner of the house. Super nice people. And just a few more miles till I get into town for lunch. Should be just around noon when I get there. And I'm also back in New York for a little while, just a mile or so, maybe 2, and then back to New Jersey. And then the trail kind of skirts pretty much right along the border for 5 or 6 miles, and then after that I'll be in New Jersey for the last few miles of the day, and then into tomorrow and beyond. Been back on trail for about an hour and a half and had some great food in Unionville, New York. Funny thing is, I think the road that leads in to Unionville is in New Jersey when you get off the trail, and then by the time you get to town, it's less than half a mile, you're in New York. So there was a pizza and Italian restaurant and a tavern, and then a tavern that I both heard good things about, and then there was also a general store. So I was planning to go to one of the restaurants, but I was also thinking I could get some ice cream at the general store. So I went to the general store just to check it out, and they had ice cream at a pretty good price, and they also had like a deli and stuff, and they had some pretty good looking stuff there at pretty good prices. So I just decided to get food there. So I got a cheeseburger, some gummy worms, and a pint of ice cream. And the cheeseburger was like half the price of what I would have gotten a cheeseburger at the other restaurants. And I was actually thinking about getting a burger at one of those restaurants, and it was really good. The bun was like not your typical bun. It was like this roll more so, which was super good. And the ice cream was pretty good as well, and gummy worms always good. So great choice stopping by the general store. And I also picked up a canister of fuel as well. And then just a few minutes ago, got some more trail magic. Just some coolers by the side of the road. Had a Gatorade and some chips there, and talked to some Nobos who were sitting there relaxing as well. So honestly, after Massachusetts, there's been almost no trail magic, and then today I've had like 3 occurrences. So pretty interesting. Maybe New Jersey is similar to Massachusetts, I don't know. But definitely having a lot of food today, which is great. The timing of my main afternoon snack varies from day to day based on, you know, how early I started and how fast I'm going, and basically how long I'll have between my midday snack and when I get to camp. But usually it's anywhere from the 7.5 to 8.5 hour range of hiking. Today is a shorter and easier day, so I'm gonna eat it right now at the 7.5 mark, and just got another of the peanut butter pepperoni tortillas on the menu here, and I only have a few miles left to camp, so we'll be there within an hour. So got to the shelter a little bit ago and set up my tent, and I came into the shelter. There is a picnic table outside, but it was starting to drizzle just a tiny bit, so I don't know what it's supposed to do. I know I've been hearing that we might be getting a lot of rain from some hurricane that passed through Texas a few days ago, but we'll see if that comes to fruition. But right now I'm going to eat one of my snacks that is usually my kind of midday snack, but I didn't have it today during the hike because I stopped in town. So I have these Belvita bars, and I usually pretty beat up and like cracked up, but I'll just take some peanut butter and spread it on there basically, and eat those. So I got 2 packs of these, and I try to put a serving of peanut butter, which is like 2 tablespoons with each pack, for the snack. So that's like close to 700 calories, maybe, probably more like 800 ideally, but it's nothing super appetizing, but they're good. There's like a few different flavors of the Belvita bars, and I can snack on those for a few minutes. So just prep my tortillas for tomorrow, and the next item to eat is a Pop-Tart. This is just kind of a generic snack I'll sometimes eat throughout the day if I need something or if I have a long day. A lot of times recently I've just been eating it around dinner time because I don't end up eating it on the trail or anything. So usually these are pretty crushed and crumbled, and looks like we got the strawberry flavor today. So my dinners are usually pretty similar, but sometimes they do have a little variation. The kind of baseline original plan is just 2 packs of ramen for dinner. But my dad has been adding in some Mountain House like dehydrated meals here and there. Usually like 2, maybe 3 per resupply. So those are usually in the ballpark of 500 or 600 calories. So usually if I have one of those, I'll have one of those plus one ramen for dinner. And then also he's added this like Alfredo sauce powder. So sometimes I put some of that in the ramen. And also he sometimes adds some packs of tuna or chicken. So I'll put that in the ramen as well. So today my first pack of ramen is just a chicken ramen with some of the Alfredo sauce. And then also, maybe this doesn't go together, but the packet of chicken, which was like a buffalo flavored chicken. So maybe that won't go with the Alfredo sauce, but that's all right. And then the second pack of ramen I'm gonna have here is just a beef ramen. And I'm probably gonna cold soak that one instead of actually cooking it. And I've started cold soaking some of my ramen recently just because it's easier, honestly. And after like 15 minutes, it's not quite as soft as if you cooked it, but it's still pretty good. And I kind of enjoy it more because I'm always waiting for the ramen or mountain houses to cool. And especially when it's hotter out, it takes like a while to cool. Sometimes like 15 or 30 minutes before it's really cool enough to eat that much. So I like cold soaking the ramen sometimes, and then it's nice and cool, and I don't have to struggle with the hot temperature of the food. And then also, just like for breakfast, I'll snack on some of the jerky. And then my dad has also been sending these supplements. They're like red and green vegetable supplements. So I take like 3 of each color each day. And initially I wasn't really taking them every day, but then I realized, well, if I don't take them, they're just gonna pile up in my food bag because he's gonna keep sending them. So then I started taking them every day. So ate the cold soaked ramen, and then my last little snack were some honey stingers for the day. Total calories for the stuff I packed that were in my pack was around 4,000, and then total calories for other food items like Trail Magic and stuff I bought was just under 2,000. So I'm approximating about 6,000 calories today. Most days definitely don't get as much extra food in terms of Trail Magic and stuff I buy. So probably in the range of 4,000 to 5,000 calories most days. But these larger days definitely help. Don't think I've really lost any weight, and I think, like I said, the larger days help make sure that doesn't happen. So like I said, pretty good day today, fairly easy terrain. Tomorrow should be fairly easy as well, I think, and I have even fewer miles, so hoping to get a good night's rest and start again tomorrow.